Today, ladies and gentlemen, is a very special day because the Gilmore Girls revival is releasing today, and I am so ready for it. I have my Gilmore Girls t-shirt that a coworker gave to me, shout outs to you, and I have my Luke Shiner mug that a friend from church gave to me for my birthday, so thank you so much. This helped me to feel more Gilmore Girls, you know, all that stuff. So before we begin, let me just apologize. I got super sick the other day and I'm still trying to recover, so my voice sounds all nasally and annoying. I know, I'm so sorry. I'm doing my best. So as I said before, the Gilmore Girls revival is releasing today. It's on Netflix right now. I haven't watched it because I wanted to wake up a little bit and kind of feel better before I actually went into watching it, because I want all my senses to be focused there. So anyway, I just wanted to film this video ahead of time, and this is the ultimate Gilmore Girls tag video, and it was originally created by SimplyAbby, so I'll link down her information down below so you can go subscribe to her. Also, disclaimer, if you haven't watched the Gilmore Girls seasons 1 through 7, just be warned that this video will contain some spoilers, so just a fair warning here. Okay, let's get started. First round, there's basic questions and they go as follows. Number 1, how did you discover the show? So I kind of heard or knew about the show when I was younger while it was airing, but I was never enticed to actually flipping the channel and watching it, because from the ads that I saw on TV, it kind of looked bland, so I was never like, maybe I should watch it. But this year, actually, in the beginning of the year, I kept seeing it on my Netflix feed thing where it recommends you shows, and I kept seeing it and I kept seeing it. Every time I went into Netflix, that was a show that was there, and so I had finished watching a show, I think, and I was looking for something new, and I thought, why not, let's just give it a shot. And I watched the first episode and there was no looking back. Question number 2, do you own the collection? No, I don't. I just Netflixed it. Question number 3, favorite season? I have to say it's season 1. That was the season that introduced me to everything that is Gilmore Girls. I was introduced to what makes Stars Hollow so magical and brilliant, and I was introduced to each character, and all of them have all this magic that just releases from the first season. And so I think it's just very much a sense of nostalgia when I go back to season 1, because it reminds me of all the feels that I felt when I started watching it and what kept me hooked into finishing this whole show. So definitely I think it would have to be season 1. Next question, least favorite season? I will say it was season 4. I think this was the season where Rory just stopped growing as a character and started regressing as a character, and I hated seeing that. Next up, favorite episode. It's so hard to pick, but I think it's in season 3 where Rory graduates from Chilton. I love that episode. I loved the speech that she gave at her graduation, and the way she spoke about books and the way she spoke about her mom, and it just gives me all the feels all over, and it just makes me want to cry because it was so darn good. Okay, now we're moving on to round 2. That is Luke's Diner Dash, or the lightning round. So these are just lightning questions. Favorite character? I have to say Lorelai. I think yeah, definitely Lorelai. I don't know, I have to think about this. I think she was the one that experienced a whole bunch of character growth, despite what many may say. I think she started off in the first episode acting like such a child. Like, I watched over the first episode and I see her in the final season, and there was so much growth in that, and so I love that. Her character development and her character growth is amazing. Of course, Luke is another one that I just love, but Lorelai, definitely, I think she's my favorite. Next question, least favorite character, and this one I'd have to say is probably Taylor. I couldn't stand him. Like, I didn't get him. I I couldn't stand Taylor. He was such a pain in the butt all the time. All the freaking time. Next up, Dave or Zack. I have to say Dave, even though Lane did totally stay with Zack, obviously, because Dave left. But I definitely love Dave. I think he was really smart, and I love all the stuff that he did to be in a good stand with Mrs. Kim in order to date Kim, and that was just adorable and so cute. Luke or Christopher? Luke, all the way. See my t-shirt? It says Luke. Luke's Diner. He was the best. Christopher, he was nice sometimes, but Luke. It's just Luke all the way. Team Luke. Next up is Dean or Jess. Neither. I don't know. I mean, if you ask me this question in season 3, I would probably say Dean. But if you ask me in season 6, I would probably say Jess. So I don't know. And finally, Lorelai or Rory. Lorelai all the way, love her. Next up is round 3, and this is the opinions round. So let's get these opinions out in the air. Question number 1, do you think Lorelai overreacts with her parents? I think that honestly she does sometimes. There are instances where I was watching the show and I was like, damn Lorelai, can you just cut your parents some slack? Because, I mean, they're just trying to help out and she takes it the wrong way. So I definitely think that she does overreact sometimes. Question number 2, do you think that Emily and Richard overreact with Lorelai? I think they do as well. Same thing. I think that sometimes Lorelai is just trying to be funny and trying to create conversation, and they totally blow it out of proportion. So I definitely do think that they do overreact with Lorelai. Next question, and the big fight that Lorelai and Rory had, which side were you on? I was definitely on Lorelai's side. I think she was right, and I think she was being a mom, and I think she was, I thought she was right. I thought that Rory was being a big baby about everything. So Lorelai, you're right, because moms are always right. Ladies and gentlemen, am I right? Next question, and a fight between Mrs. Kim and Taylor, who do you think would win? Definitely Mrs. Kim. Have you seen that woman? She has this strong character that's so self-imposing that it's like you can't get around it. I mean, Taylor's just annoying, but Mrs. Kim, she's the bomb. I love her. Next question, who spread the fastest rumor, Babette or Miss Patty? Definitely Miss Patty. That woman was always out talking. At least sometimes you see Babette just in her house with her husband, but Miss Patty, it's always just people watching and talking. So Miss Patty, definitely. Last question, how much do you dislike April? I don't. I never understood why people disliked her so much. I understand that that was the catalyst for the split between Luke and Lorelai, but it wasn't her fault. It was just the way that them two handled the situation. But it had nothing to do with April. I think she was being very unfairly treated. And final round, revival questions. First one, how excited are you about the revival? I've been waiting for this since I finished the last episode. So I'm so excited. Oh, so excited. Next question, if you could have dinner with any cast member, who would it be and what kind of questions would you ask them? I thought long and hard about this, and it's so hard to pick, but I think I would like to talk to Luke and just ask him about his experience in working with the other cast members, and just how Gilmore Girls was to the perspective of him as the guy, the dude, in a very woman-esque atmosphere. Because you see Lorelai and Rory, and there's all these ladies in his character's life. And lastly, how do you want it to end? Honestly, I don't want it to end. I want it to end on this very open-ended finale where there's still room to expand the series. So I think that's how I want it to end. I don't want it to end. So yeah, that's my answer to this question. Okay, so those are all the questions. I hope that you make time today to watch some Gilmore Girls, and I hope that you make it to watch the revival. Anyway, please make sure to comment down below if you're watching Gilmore Girls, or if you've never watched it. Please just do it. Just watch it. It's amazing. It's so good. Please comment down below your thoughts on the revival or your thoughts on any of these questions, and then we can have a conversation. Also, please feel free to subscribe down below for more videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.